I'm not from Kenobi Martins. I'm Rory Radding. I'm with Maschoff Brennan. Had a long life in IP, about 50 years, and been big law, big cases, big matters, and little matters, little law, and little companies. So, with that's who I am in 25 words or less. So what I was saying before is we're going to have it's called the practical and philosophical aspects of patenting AI, blockchain, and innovations in a changing global perspective, including procurement, exploitation, and enforcement. And we're going to do this, it's a global introduction because we're going to have regional views, different kinds of views of what's going on with AI and blockchain in the world. I'm not going to belabor who everyone is because I'm going to let them introduce themselves in a brief manner. But we're going to start off.
Okay, I think I'm audible enough to introduce who you are. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Before I introduce myself, thank you so much for who is present here in spite of all the technical difficulty. My name is Nevin. I'm one of the partners with United Trademark and Patent Services, a regional firm. I'm located in their Dubai office. Now, I've been here practicing for the last 14 years. I have an engineering background, and then I did my law and specialized in IP. Now, I always get envy when people talk about AI case laws, different case laws in their respective jurisdiction, because unfortunately I don't have anything to say about this region. But what I'm going to talk about is more about what UAE have done in terms of policy, what UAE and the region have done in terms of creating an ecosystem for AI, because that's basically needed in order to advance AI and the research based on it. Right? So on the slide, and the reason that I've put on this information is it's heavy, but I'm not going to cover everything. Instead, I'm just going to touch base on single points. But feel free to look at the links and do your own research on what the country have done so far. So you must have all read in newspapers and all, the world's first AI ministry has been created. So there's a separate government department. It's called the Ministry of State for Artificial Intelligence. So we have a minister who takes care of the AI affairs of the country. There's a lot of national strategies that is involved. There are specific guidelines for AI, blockchain. Now these are different policies that has been already in place. Now ask me how practically they are getting implemented. It's work in progress, right? Now we have Emirates brokering strategy that I've already mentioned. So as I mentioned in one of the points, there is no federal legislation for AI as of now. Now what we have is there is a federal decree law number 25 on the project of future nature, where that law basically states is allowing the government entity in different states to allow issuing a trade license to practice AI-related research and activities. Because traditionally it was not a thing. So there's a law which says that you can have a trade license here in UAE, which is solely for AI-related activities. There is law number 3 of 2020.
Why do they feel the need to have a law to enable you to practice, or at least to research?
Yeah, as far as the current law is concerned, it's just a trade license that can issue. Now, the reason that would be, in the long run, whoever gets issued the trade license under this law needs to follow certain policies and guidelines, which would then be easy to regulate, rather than a regular trade license given to all the establishments. Now, the 24 establishing the Artificial Intelligence and Advanced Technology Council, AIATC. Now that has a lot of subdivisions of other subdivisions within the government concentrating on AI. So these are different initiatives and strategies, as I said. Now there are also guidelines which deepfake guides are there. There are AI ethics guide,
AI adoption guidance for government services. So these are the different policies that is being created by the ministry, and as I said before, it's work in progress. What we have right now, and if inventions comes to us on a day-to-day basis, what we have right now is the copyright law. What we have right now is the patent and the trademark law. Ask me how efficient it is to look into these. It is not. But as long as there is a technical improvement to a technical problem, then that solution can be protected, be it AI or not. Computers, software per se are not patentable, and that's there in the law. But what we go around with it is a flowchart or a method of doing a solution for a technical problem. Those kind of things can be patented. There are objections that we received from big corporates that is filed purely on metaverse blockchains that we got rejections, saying that it is outside the scope of subject matter for now. Similarly, now that I'm talking about UAE, similar decisions we have received from Saudi Arabia. So they are looking closely in terms of where the world is going with AI and in terms of patenting. But as far as UAE is concerned, they haven't taken a bold decision in taking that these sets of AI-related inventions can be patentable or not. Even otherwise, even if it's not an AI-related, especially in these sides of the world, the patent office is closely looking at US and European patent law and how the patents gets registered, granted, or rejected in those patent office in order to enact the same in this side. So as I said, the existing law would be the penal code, the civil transactional law, so there are specific articles within that where they protect the data privacy, trade secrets. So these are the extensions of the existing law that we can rely on. Next. And that should be the last. So these are the different initiatives that is being done, and again, just like the world's first AI ministry, the world's first AI university is in Abu Dhabi. A lot of initiatives are happening. Fun fact, if any one of you have contacts, or if any one of you are interested in getting more to do with AI and getting educated in that, this university actually pays you stipend to do the AI course, do the PhD master's program. Again, funded by the Chinese government, funded by the UAE government. There's a lot of stakeholders involved in it. So it's a practical research institute within the country, concentrating more on what the country needs. Again, not going into all, but the Khazna, that's an initiative by the Abu Dhabi government where they have data centers, so facilities to have data centers and how to store these data within the country rather than using cloud source or anywhere outside the country. They're building resources and capacity where all the data of UAE and the research is stored within the country. M42 is a sub-branch of G42, which is again an entity focusing more into AI. Now the M42 does a lot of healthcare-related AI initiatives. They are doing a genome sequencing for the entire Arab world. So a lot of initiatives are happening on the health sector too. So as I said, these are the initiatives and the different policies that's happening in UAE. Similarly, I can talk about Saudi Arabia, but that's not the subject here. So a lot of these kind of initiatives do happen, but as far as the patenting is concerned, if there is a solution to a technical problem, that's where we circumvent with all whatever we have the existing law, and that's how we use the patent law to actually get something closely related with AI or blockchain to get patented in it.
Thank you. So, where's all this going
with the UAE, have all these organizations that have been created. We have certain laws, trade law, etc. So, is there a 10-year goal? Is there some kind of goal in the UAE?
Yeah, so the strategy for artificial intelligence is 2031. They have objectives. Yeah, I couldn't cover that. Yeah, so there is a couple of objectives that by 2031 they are looking at, and all these strategies looks into it. Building a reputation as an AI destination. Now, develop fertile ecosystem for AI. Train talent for the future. Universities and all is concentrating more on those strategies. Strong governance and policy for AI. Now, I know Microsoft is investing a lot in G42. Together with Microsoft and G42, there is a lot of investments happening in the M42, which I mentioned, the healthcare, is also closely related with Microsoft projects. So the strategies are in place. 2031 is the year that they're looking to develop, if not for all, clearing out all the strategies, at least driving towards those strategies.
Interesting developments.